Ah, so nice of you to stop by. Come in, come in. I'm Silas Lancaster, and this is my library. Within these tomes, you will find tales of monsters, both figurative and literal.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Solo Rolling. Let's do a quick check. Looks like everything's looking good. Yeah, hey, Celtic Dinfew? I'm probably getting none of that right at all, but yeah, seriously, welcome. Welcome to Solo Rolling. If you don't know, this is a bi-weekly stream where I play Dungeons & Dragons by myself and sometimes do okay. I never do great, I sometimes do okay, and I often do very poorly. Speaking of, I'm going to be starting tonight off with only 12 HP out of 24, so we'll see how that goes. A couple things before we get started. Of course, we're going to be playing Siege at Lamstrand Long here. I think Celtic Nephew. There we go. I got you now. Yeah, we're going to be playing Siege of Lamstrand Long by Randall Wright. This will probably be the finale of this one. We have been getting our butt kicked quite a bit on it, so we'll see if it's a good finale or a bad finale. But before we get into our recap of what has happened so far, make sure that you check out Roll20 over there. Jeez, there it is. I have to point in a very awkward angle. Make sure you check out Roll20. They're celebrating their 10-year anniversary right now, and they've got some cool free adventures you can get. Oh shoot, I think we might be 2 days past the cool Cobalt Press free adventures, but still, go check them out anyway. Check out all the other shows on the Majestic Goose Network, of course. I'm on a lot of them, as you can see above my head. And yeah, I think we're ready to get into our recap. Randall, if you're there and you haven't yet lost power, I may need to lean on you a little bit for this. Because like I said, we missed the last stream. It was my son's birthday on that day. So we went and saw Doctor Strange with him, which was pretty fantastic. However, that means that I haven't done this in a full month. Oh, Randall is here also. So yeah, I haven't done this in a whole month. So let's see how good this recap is, because also apparently that night I wasn't taking the best notes. So, Lamstrand Long was a town that was besieged by orcs, and we were trying to help out. We ended up finding out some history about the mayor, about a kind of love triangle. I think it was all consensual, like they all loved each other. One of the leader of the orcs actually just wanted her children back from the mayor, who had effectively kidnapped them, which made me feel bad for talking up how much I liked the mayor the entire adventure. So once they got the kids back, they ended the siege, and we thought, okay, awesome, well done, job well done, Adam. Let's head home and collect our reward. Well, and this is where things get a little fuzzy, Randall. When I got back, or was on my way back, I don't know if I made it back to the Slipstone Gang hideout or not. Found out that there was some I forget what his name was. I think his name was Ben. And I think he was with Arnold in their faction of the shoot. What are they called? Like I said, it's been a while. The faction that keeps hiring me to go and get these Argent Petals. And he was dead in the cavern, this cavern of spiders that was supposed to have been cleared out by guards, and was supposed to be empty. Okay, at the very start of the adventure, you notice an empty morbidity box in the attacked caravan. Arnold discovered that it had Bill. Did I say Bill? Or did I say Ben? Bill Denning. So that's an easy misconception. So I've got to go back to recover Bill Denning's body, because if anybody revives him, he knows too much about everything going on in this little secret enclave. So when I got there, we were expecting it to be crawling with guards and, cleared out of spiders, free to go in and just get the body and head out. That wasn't the case. We got in there and there were no guards. There were still spiders and weird spider people and some cocoons and things. And I finally found a nice spot I could rest in, and then a giant spider attacked me and almost killed me, so I ran from it. And then that's where we ended things. So we ended things right here. By the way, I am playing Harry Three Fingers. He is a level 3 Minotaur swashbuckling rogue. So, yeah. Oh, so it didn't even get a bite on me. That's right, because I rolled a very good perception check, so I saw it prior to it eating me in one bite. The thing that sucks is that's where I was going to rest. And I don't know if it's possible. So I know it's up there now. It's right. I know it's to the east. Because I've gotten my notes. East Passage has big spider waiting to kill me. So I guess this right here is the spider. Now the question is, where have I gone and where have I not gone? Man, and is it worth risking fighting that spider? Or will it chew through my 12 HP? You know what? You know what's going to answer that question, if it's worth it or not? What's going to answer that question is if I came from the west and I haven't gone to the other places. Okay, so I came from the west, so I can go north, southeast, or the cliff to the east. The cliff to the east is a dead end, but it will help me rest. Now my question is... Ooh. Yeah, okay. So what I was thinking is, if I had enough hit dice to make it worth it, I would go up and fight the spider and then rest. I've only got 1 hit dice left, and my thinking is it will probably do 1 hit dice of damage to me, and it would just counteract, the short rest wouldn't actually be worth it, because I would have just lost that health anyway. Let's see, what is my hit dice again? A D8 plus 2. So I could maybe get 10 HP back, max, or 3 back minimum. But if the thing did between 3 to 10 damage to me, that just wouldn't be worth it. Or I could go up and just tear up the spider in like 1 poke. That could happen. I just don't know how Roll20 is going to be treating me tonight. I also didn't think it would take me this long to make this simple decision. Okay, you know what? Let's head north to the sound of water. Let's do that. Let's go scope out, and I'll be sneaky if I can. This chamber has 3 distinct areas in the north. A rectangular section has a tapestry hanging across its western wall. That's true. In true fashion to this show, I have damaged myself more than any other creature. Whether that is crawling through tight spaces that scratch me up or falling off cliffs. I definitely tear myself up. Southeast of that, a rough area contains a few crates stacked near a fast-moving underground river. The river descends from the northwest in the northeast and flows to the southwest. Wading in the river looks dangerous given how strong the current is. I'm pretty beefy. A bridge crosses the river to the chamber southeast corner, which transitions into a rough tunnel continuing southward. Search containers. If you haven't done so, you can inspect it. Let's do that. Let's check on these containers. And you know what else? I should check if I've got a health potion. I actually might. It's not in my D&D Beyond, but maybe I've got it in my notes. Alright, how old is this? How old? Oh, that's way up to the top. That's definitely not. It says when I got the night I played with the burned library, I also have on my notes a potion of healing. I think I'm gonna go ahead and drink that. Let's see how much stats that is. I never remember this. 2d4 plus 2. Let's try to heal up 2d4 plus 2. And I'll mark that off my notes. 8. Oh, hey, that's not bad at all. So I'm at 20 out of 24. Let me take that off my notes so I don't accidentally use it again. Okay. And now, yeah, I think I would like to search these containers. You've seen collections of containers like this during your first visit to these caves in the chamber where you found Melly, the dwarven merchant. Given how deeply into the caves these containers are, they might represent the best of the loot taken from the caravans on the high road, stored here by the spiders of their humanoid allies. If you have smoke puffs, I don't think I do. I don't have smoke puffs. Make an investigation check. Ooh, this sounds like one that I'd really like to do well on. My investigation is +1. Natural 1, so that's how we're gonna start tonight off, Roll20. Okay. Alright. I see how it is. You hear an unexpected click as you handle... Yep, I saw this coming. If you possess a ring of blue stone... Ooh, what's that? I do not have that. Am I dead? A powerful magic jolt runs through your fingers and ignites the smoke powder charges hidden in the containers. Your eyes roll back from the shock and you hear a quick series of muffled explosions. Smoke rises from the... And now I've got smoke puffs. Gotcha. You got greedy, Adam. You got greedy. Make a DC 13 Dex saving throw. A 15. Ooh. Half as much on a success, so I have to take half of 44. Please roll bad. Please. Please. That's not bad at all. Ooh. There goes all that health I just healed. Woo! I would have been dead if I didn't drink that potion. Oh no, I forgot I take half of that. Ooh, jeez. Okay. I took the whole 12. Okay. This chamber okay, yeah. Inspect the tapestry. Yeah, let's check out this tapestry. Let's see if it gives us any cool hints. It's a recent addition to the cave. You pull it back to find a little a tile mural behind it. The once colorful tiles depict orc heroes fighting and defeating drow elves. The scene takes place among large stone columns in the familiar formations found in the Sword Mountains. Johnny, every stream you come into, the very first thing you say is "Don't die, bro." Every time. It didn't like looking at this mural, so I'm guessing it's drow. West door, South Passage, Southwest River, Northeast River. Ooh. So I came from the south. So I can either go in the west door. Let's do the west door first. There's no reason not to. Yeah, I guess, yeah, west is left on a compass. This room is 30 feet by 30 feet with east and west doors, a large black curtain. I wanted to make sure I was reading the right one. Covers the south wall. The room holds a writing desk, a wardrobe, and 2 chairs, plus a large hammock hung from hooks in the ceiling. Inspect the curtain. Yeah, let's do that. Has no decoration to it. Seems to be hung as for a cover for something behind the wall. Oh god, here goes another investigation check. That was not another 2. No way. You feel a sound, makes your vision blurry. Jump back. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna die looking at a curtain. Oh shit. Oh shit. I'm literally gonna die looking at a curtain. Oh my god, thank god, finally Roll20 does a bad roll that's good for me. Holy shit. Look at these, okay, look at these rolls tonight. I've gotten a 2, a 2, a 2, and 2 of those 2s were natural 1s. And then on one of my damages to me on 44, it was 3, 2, 3, 4. And then luckily that damage was pretty bad, and I now have 5 HP. I'm not touching anything. I am not touching anything in here. Ever again. Almost got take. I only had 14 health. And I'm sitting there thinking that I'm probably going to roll 3 6s on these 3d6. And I'm going to take 18 points of damage. I'm going to die. Holy shit. The wall behind the cloth is a tile mural. Describing pieces to depict orcs and various activities. It's uninteresting. Oh my goodness. Oh. I'm not opening the wardrobe. So that can fuck off. I'm not looking in the investigate desk. So I'm gonna go west again. You enter a rectangular room 50 foot by 30 feet in dimension, and there are 2 exits and several dusty fixtures that identify this area as a place for cooking and eating, probably used by the orcs that lived here long ago. If you have large cook hall, I'm sure I don't. Yeah, I almost died to a toilet. I forgot about that, Randall. Oh my goodness. I've had so many near embarrassing deaths in here. Do I have Iron Workshop? I probably don't. No, I do not. Okay. Alright, this is gonna need another drink. Hold, please. Things are getting really rough. So let's get another drink so that we can... Jesus, I don't know. I know I say this probably quite a lot on this show about how I don't think I'm going to make it out of this one. Y'all, I don't think I'm going to make it out of this one. It has been rough tonight. Jeez. So much damage from curtains and... I've got enough... Ooh. I've got enough... I've got 1 hit die left. So I can take... If I could take a short rest... Okay. 42. This chamber has appearance of a cooking hall. The original inhabitants probably prepared and ate food in this place. 2 stone blocks along the north wall are supported planks that form a table, but the wood had rotted into pulp long ago. In the southwest corner is a long cooking pit. An ancient iron bar crosses over the pit, and a spit large and long enough to mount and roast 2 horse-sized creatures at once. A few bone fragments are visible among the sludgy ash, as is the iron turning wheel that broke from the end of this roasting spit. The wall mural behind the fire pit is scorched black, and the cook fires in the orcs' time must have roared high enough to reach the narrow ceiling vent. With nothing left to search, you check the other door, the one to the south. Something tells you that you've reached the end of these caverns. Huh. What's this mean, Randall? You enter a rectangular chamber 10 feet by 50 feet in dimension. The northern wall has a single door, the one I just came from. Arrow slits along the southern wall allow you to peek into a large chamber beyond. You also hear rushing water to the south. Iron workshop. I love when I do Randall's adventures and Randall helps me out. The area contains a tinkerer's workshop. There's a half-built, familiar-looking automaton that hangs on chains from an iron frame, a rack of tools, and a collection of casks and crates. Johnny, I swear, I'm not touching any more curtains. Like, there's nothing Randall could have on here. This curtain is obviously made out of 100% pure gold. It would probably be worth 10,000 gold pieces if you find the right buyer. I just wouldn't touch it. I'm not touching any curtains ever again. I'm not even gonna touch my curtains in my bedroom. I don't have curtains in my bedroom. Inspect automaton. I don't even want to do that. I'm so scared now. I'm so scared. Check tools, search containers, door north, which would go back. Navigate cracks. If you can transform yourself into something or teleport, you can pass. So I can't do the bottom thing for sure. I can either just leave, inspect the automaton, check tools, or search containers. Let's inspect the automaton. Walking around the frame, you look closely at the automaton hanging in it, and you decide that the machine is not being built here, but rather it is being taken apart meticulously, as though someone was studying it. More importantly, you recognize the automaton. This quadrupedal ape-like construct is the one that attacked you and Too-Small on the dock wards not long ago. That was Adventure 2, I think. Pretty sure it's number 2. The dome of its metal head still looks imposing, even terrifying, as it stares down at you with hollow eyes. Your mind goes back to the ferocious attack on that rainy night. The creature attacked you out of the darkness while you try to shelter in an abandoned market square. The machine is not in good shape now. In addition to being disassembled here, it's suffered quite a beating. Some of the injuries don't look familiar. Someone else must have had to go at it after your encounter. Okay, so I can make a intelligence check. Let's do that. With my -1. Did that roll? 7. Yeah, I didn't have high hope for that one. Let's check these tools out. Though small, this workshop is well furnished. If anything, it looks like somebody packed up a larger, better stocked workshop and moved it here. The only tools that have been unpacked are those for a current project. Ooh, I can get some tinkerer's tools? Don't mind if I do. And then let's go ahead and search these containers. The crates and cask hold tools and metal components. It looks like somebody packed up a tinkerer's workshop and moved all the contents here for storage. Given your recent encounters with automatons, the nature of these materials is evident. The content of these containers would be used to craft and repair. About half of the containers are marked with a symbol. It's an arm over a white background with the hand holding a glistening green gem. These containers particularly look rough handled. There are blood stains on the wood, and one of the crates has a gouge that looks like a cut of a sharp axe. These were probably taken from their owner by force. History 10. Let's go for that. 16? Hey, I actually did a check for once. Uh, 213? I could have found this easier if I went to the... Oh, I thought I was going to the next. It was not going to next. Oh, I forgot. For some reason, the PDF doesn't find... I need to look for the actual name of it. Mouse. Black. Cool. Where is it? So it's 213. Okay, so it's gonna be pretty low. I don't know why. Am I doing this wrong? The tools and materials look like they might be valuable to the Temple of Gond or to anybody interested in the automatons, but the containers and the contents are too heavy for you to move. Okay. So we're gonna head back. Oh, wait. Wait, what was that? What did I just do? Hold on. Jesus. What did I just do? I just completely... What was I? Okay. I think I need to sit down because apparently I'm not getting enough blood to my brain or something. Now I gotta find all that again. Epilogue. No, not the epilogue. Okay. So I've got to go to the east door. I think I might have missed something. Okay. Well, we're back at the river. We came from the south. We just went to the west. Yeah. So I use Roll20 and then you skip the operation of some metastructure. Okay, I gotcha. So I use Roll20 for the rolls and that map you see up there. But that map was from the last session, so I haven't actually used the map this session. But the actual booklet I'm using, it's just a PDF I actually had 2 copies of it open. And you can get this PDF from, real quick. Well, here's the first one. I'm gonna post it in the chat. That's number 1. This one's book 3, but yeah, definitely check this out. Okay, so this is it, right, Randall? This is the smallest workshop is well furnished. Or is it not this workshop? Okay, so here we are. We're at the cooking chamber. I go south. See everything here. I did all the checks. And then I go to the north. 132. You enter a rectangular room. There are 2 exits. So, I think I don't think I've got this. Okay, so I don't have large cook hall. Okay, so this is where I was confused. If you have that, go to that. I don't, but I do have iron workshop. Yes, I do have iron workshop, so go to 61. Did I miss it again, Randall? I saw that big spider pop up somewhere, and I don't know where or why it popped up. This chamber was a cooking hall. The original inhabitants probably prepared. Oh, go to... Okay. So, no, this is it. This is it. I skipped... I thought last time this was just explaining the room to me again. The room has an east and south door. There's also a third way in that you wouldn't have thought of. The narrow vent above the cooking pit has, a moments ago, disgorged an improperly large spider. So that's what I was missing. The creature shakes its legs to fling off the grime from the cooking pit it recently trapped through. Between you and the spider is a shambling corpse, mostly wrapped in webbing. The desiccated body appears familiar. Bill Denning's once colorful skin has turned... Oh, we found him, though! We found him. Now let's... Oh, shit. I haven't seen this one, but when I first started getting back into D&D... Oh, Death's Night Squire is very fun. Paul, right? I believe that one's from Paul Bimler. Bimler? That was one of the first ones I ever ran. I think my very first solo adventure was The Executioner's Daughter. And then I started doing Paul's adventures, like Death Knight Squire and Savior of Sharn. And I've done like all of Paul's now. And I believe I've done all of Randall's after I either die or finish this one. The 6th book. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's a new book that Paul's coming out with, right? I can picture the cover. I can't remember the name of it. It's got like a blue cover, something Wizards or something Web or yeah. I mentioned it to him. I'm really excited for that one because I love reading his works. I'm mostly right now just trying to stall for time before this spider and this zombie eat me, but we found his body, so mission complete, I guess. Caught in a wizard's web. Hey, I was pretty close. Yeah, that's a cool thing about solo adventures. You can play with it. You can tweak some stuff. Sometimes they have really cool rules in there, like specifically for them. Okay, I'm gonna have to just do this. I'm gonna have to rip it off just like a band-aid and just start this fight. This enormous spider whispers to the web-wrapped corpse, which turns, revealing the ruined left half of its face. It shambles towards you, reaching and flailing with its sticky hands. It was so scary, Randall, until you said his sticky hands, and then it became a lot more comical. Like he's just got jelly on his fingertip, slamming it at you. Okay, so let's see all the rules for this. So now this, This one, how the combat works in these is a lot of times there'll be like special things. Like sometimes people will go in a set initiative order, or sometimes they'll have like set attacks they do on certain turns. So let's see what this one has. Okay, so we're going to be fighting Bill Denning. So this is on 106. So that is one thing I did not pull up. I did not have my maps pulled up, but I can pull those up real quick. Yeah, it's like a child that touched some jelly. Okay, so... Oh, it's not these maps. Oh no, what'd I do with those maps? I usually have the folder pulled up of the maps. Here it is. And it's 106. 106. Okay. And so this is where I use mine. Send this map to the back. I've got the weirdest pictures saved on my Roll20. Where are just my spiders? Okay, spooky spider goes right there. Zombie. Good old Bill goes right there. And we can ignore those. Okay, so let's see how this combat's gonna work. Map, I'm 20 feet from the corpse, 25 feet from the giant spider. The corpse shambles directly towards you and attacks with its slam. It can think of no other tactic. The giant spider stays back, relying on Denning to screen for her, or for me. She uses blinding hairs and will only use her bite if cornered and forced into melee. Or if you're blinded, it looks like she can bite and move back safely. Okay. If the mother falls to 0 hit points, her body explodes, showering tiny baby spiders in the area. Fuck off. The mother. Ooh, jeez. So she's gonna be shooting at me with fucking... Okay, jeez. Oh, I don't like this one, Randall. Don't like this one. I don't know. This one seems like it's gonna be rough. Alright, let's all roll some initiative. I think everyone rolls initiative on this one, right? Mine was a... Did not roll. Mine was a 21. Heck yeah. Zombie, 13. And 2, so it's gonna go me, zombie, spider. Okay. Alright. Alright, what do we got? What do we got? I mean, you know what really sucks? Is, oh, Randall. I forgot about channel points being a thing. You're not that confident in me, are you, Randall? Cure wounds. Let's see how much that does. Thank you, Randall. That's probably gonna make or break it. I'm almost positive right here. You probably got a shit ton of channel points from how much you hang out with me. A creature you touch regains hit points up to 1d8 plus spellcasting modifier. I think 2. I think 2 plus 2 would be a fair spellcasting modifier for a level 3 if you know, Randall's in here. Oh man, that's the you know what? You know what that is? You know what that is? That is the bad part of me not being able to fudge rolls and my my rolls being very, very public for everybody. I can't fudge it. I mean, that's a third of my health I had, so that's not nothing. That was definitely. Now watch, I might make it out with just like 1 HP now. Okay. So, what are we gonna do with this guy? What sucks is, are they touching? They are touching. They are within 5 feet of each other. Because me being a swashbuckling rogue, as long as somebody's not right next to my enemy, I get sneak attack, but they are next to each other. Oh, you know what I can do that I never do? I'm gonna check a couple things. What's my movement speed? 30 feet, right? Okay. I'm gonna try to get a little tactical here. So let's see. These are 5-foot squares, okay? So we got between me and Bill, we got 5, 10, 15, 20 feet. I can tell that he is a zombie. Like, he is not looking very hot to trot. I'm going to back up a bit. I'm going to corner myself a little bit, so I'm a little worried about that. But I believe I'll be about 30 feet from him now. Obviously, this isn't exactly all the scale and everything. But that should be at least 30 feet from him. Because it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's even like going diagonals and stuff. He shouldn't be able to get... He'll be really close to me right there. So... Yes. I'm going to go here, and I am going to just fire... No. Sorry. I know I'm taking a long turn on all these... Or a long time on all these turns. That is because... I really do need to take a step back and be tactical here. Because things have been not going my way roll 20 wise tonight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my movement. I'm going to back up in the corner. I'm going to draw an arrow. And I'm going to hold my action. And I hardly ever hold action. So I need to make sure I can do this. Is it hold an action or ready an action, I think is what I mean. What I want to do is I want to be able to say, I'm going to ready an attack and I'm going to shoot Bill if he gets 5 feet away from the spider. Yeah, ready an action, not hold an action. That's right. Hold an action, I think you drop down in initiative, right? I don't want to do that. Ready action. So, I'm just... The only time I, like, rules lawyer and, like, start looking up rules is if I think I'm going to be doing something that might be breaking the rules. So I want to make sure I'm not breaking the rules. Because what I want to do, effectively, is just say, like, I'm going to ready an arrow. Once he's 5 feet away from that spider, then I'm going to fire the shot so that I could get my sneak attack. As soon as a specified event occurs. I don't know. Let's see. How vague can we be with the specify? Like, if the harpy comes within my reach, then I attack, blah, blah, blah. I think this will be war. I think if the bard moves out of range, then I fight. Okay, let's do that. Yeah, all the examples that I just read are pretty much the same thing. I'm going to ready my arrow, my bone arrow. I'm going to shoot this zombie if he gets 5 feet away from the spider. And my bonus action, I'm not going to be able to hide. I don't need to disengage or dash, so I'm gonna just save my bonus action. Steady aim? I think steady aim is a feat, isn't it? I don't see steady aim in my features. What I do have as a swashbuckler is rakish audacity, which I never remember to do. I can add +1 to my initiative roll. I never remember to do that. I wish it did it automatically. During your turn, you can make a melee attack against a creature that didn't take, and that creature can't take opportunity attacks against you, which is also very good. But the best thing is, where is that? Oh, it's just, oh, that's not a, is that a, I don't know, I can't find it now. But nonetheless, let's fire off a shot and see if it even, well, I guess it's gonna be Bill Denning's turn. Bill Denning's gonna obviously start walking towards me. And then I'm gonna fire off a shot. 13 is gonna hit the slow ass Bill Denning. Yeah, get wrecked, Bill. Oh, 11 points of damage. He has 14 health. I was really hoping for just a one and done. Just fire and it die. But okay, you know what? That's not terrible. It's a pretty good shot. I picture like it should have been a fatal shot. It's like a headshot, but he's still just shambling towards me. But he won't be able to get to me. But let's see. Oh shit, he's gonna regain. Oh no. Okay, so right now he's got 3 HP. And he's gonna regain 4, so he's gonna be back up to 7. Shit. Alright. Well, let's have him get, I think it'd be about, I think there'd be like a 10-foot gap between us, or like 5 to 10. Okay. Now, the mother, which is a fucking scary name for a spider, is going to shoot some fur at me. I have to make a dex saving throw. Okay. Hey, I mean, okay, my dex is +10 or +5, not a +10. My dex is +5, so I feel pretty good about those. All right. Okay. Okay. It's my turn again. I'm gonna play it a little safe. And I'm sure, Randall, you know what that means. I'm gonna throw daggers for my action and bonus action instead of shooting with my bow. Just because of the fact that it has such low HP left, and now I'm gonna have 2 chances of hitting it instead of just 1. So first dagger I chuck, 13 will hit him. And just like that, it's gonna. I think the arrow sticking through his head, and then the knife. He's probably doesn't have a ton of flesh holding his head on, and it will just go right through it and lop off his head. And then, what's the range on my daggers? 20, 60? You know what? I'm gonna. Oh shit! First, we've got to do something for Bill. He makes a con saving throw. 5 plus 14. Oh, so he's got to make a 19 saving throw. Why, Bill? Why would you do that, Bill? Oh, that's awesome. That steady aim sounds really awesome. I need to read more of the Tasha stuff. I can't believe fucking Bill pops back to life. I know. It's like, rolling super good for them, super bad for me. But you know what? I got one dagger left. I was gonna use it on, yeah, I was gonna throw it at the mother, which sucks because now I'm gonna lose a little bit of damage for her. But no, I am gonna chuck it. I don't think he has a head right now. I think he dropped without a head, and I'm like cocking back to throw the dagger at the spider, and then he just like pushes himself back up to his feet. Oh my god. Natural 20. So I will not get the sneak attack from this one, but still 9 points of damage. He would... Okay. Okay, I was gonna say, I believe with that roll, he would have needed to make... Yeah, he would have needed to make, like, something very high. A 1 is not gonna do it. This one pins him to the ground, just in case he gets any ideas. Oh, I'm out of breath. I can't believe he rolled a nat 20 on that. Oh, does a crit ignore that? That's awesome. Oh, or from a critical hit. Never. I've been playing D&D for like 3.5 years now, Randall. Never knew that. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and make my dex saving throw as some more furry fucking spikes come at me. Oh no. Oh shit. Okay, what does this do? What does this do? I didn't think I'd actually fail any of these saving throws. I thought with my +5, I thought I was going to be good. Okay. 4 damage and be blinded. Oh, a creature that fails to save by 5 or more points. Okay, so I actually didn't fail it by 5 or more because luckily, like I said, I've got a +5. And since there's no, natural fails or whatever for ability checks, that's still going to get me a 6. So I'm not going to be blinded for a minute, luckily. But still, I'm going to be blinded until the end of my next turn. So I'm going to have to look up blinded, and I'm going to take 4 damage, or a d4 +2. I was going to say, how do I have 12 hit points? And I forgot about Randall's clutch cure wounds. So the question is, chat, do we roll the dice and do a d4 +2 and risk taking 6 or 5 damage, but also maybe only 3? No, that's not worth it because it's only minimum going to be 1 less. I'm going to take the 4. So I'm going to go down to 8 HP. All right. And I'm blinded. So let's look up what all that's going to do for me, because obviously my goal right here is to shoot this thing with my arrow, but attack rolls against me have an advantage, and my attack rolls have disadvantage. Okay. Hey, Danny, you know what you need to do? You got to go to twitch.tv, or if you're watching it right now on your phone or a PC, you have to make sure you click the bell so you actually get the notifications. That'll do it. I think by default, Twitch now has it off, because I follow, quite a few people, and I never see any notifications except for these Dweez and Majestic Goose Network. Danny, I can't even blame you for how bad my rolls have been tonight, because you weren't even here. It has been a train wreck. I almost died to a curtain, Danny. Almost died to a curtain. Okay, and I'm blinded right now fighting a giant spider. But so that it just means that my attacks at disadvantage. So I think what that is going to look like is, this is a pretty big spider. I've got a vague idea of where it is. So I'm just kind of, eyes closed, letting an arrow fly. I mean, even without disadvantage, that would have been a 10 and then a 22. This thing only has a 12 armor class. Okay. Yeah, maybe now we'll inverse my luck. Now that you're here, Danny, let's try it. So, riddle me this. Blinded says, a blinded creature can't see, and it automatically fails any ability check that requires sight. What would that mean for me trying to make a dex saving throw to not get hit by this thing's blinding hairs? I know that's not an ability check, but I don't know if that's just D&D not being super verbose with the wording. No effect on saving throws? Yeah. Yeah, I was reading it like that. Like, it doesn't say saving throws. Okay. I think I could still hear it. I think I've got the sound of these spurs, like, coming from the spider ingrained in my head now. So when I hear it, I'm going to try to just dodge out of the way. For a dirty 20. Yes. Please. And I'm no longer blinded. I'm no longer blinded. So now I'm ready to actually see where I'm shooting my bow. A dirty 20. I didn't even think it rolled because it was 2 dirty 20s back to back. Okay. Danny, I think you're bringing the energy now. I think you're helping me out with this. Never mind. Never mind. 5 damage on 2d6 plus a d6 plus 2. So 3d6 plus 2 did 5 points of damage. How that is insane how low that is. Okay. Yeah, no, I can hear it, and I'm listening to can you all hear the ambience? Probably pretty quiet. But I keep hearing like spiders chittering and stuff, and this is messing me up. I mean, we're just kind of going back and forth right now. This thing is shooting these. we're like both in corners, and I'm picturing us just like popping off shots, and both of us are just dodging out of the way. No! At least I hit it, but it just hit me too. I only need to roll a 5 or better to not get hit. And I get hit. And I take 4 points of damage. Oh no. I've got 4 health. If I get hit with that again, I'm gonna have to roll for the damage and hope that I get a 3. Ooh, heart is pounding. Okay. So, I mean, I'm gonna... So I'm gonna make a shot with disadvantage. Ooh! Okay, even while I'm blinded, I hit this thing for 12 damage plus 5. So we're up to 17 points of damage. So it's taking 17. So it's got 3 plus 4. It's got 7 health left. Oh, look at that. Oh, Danny, Randall did one too. And I rolled I'm not gonna say what I rolled. It wasn't good. I was just trying to type the roll into OBS, which would not work. This is good. Yeah. 4. That buys me one more round of getting hit. Ooh. I think we can all agree I would not have won. I would not have won this encounter without those 2 cure wounds. I think that's for sure. Okay, so he's got 7 HP left. I'm no longer blinded, but I need to make a dex saving throw. Yes, he fires, or they fire another shot at me. 14. Finally, my plus 5 comes in clutch, and this time I'm aiming for the head. I think this is gonna do it. I think this shot right here, I'm gonna call it. I was gonna say I'm gonna call a natural 20. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but I think it's gonna hit, and I think it's gonna be over 7 points of damage. I will call that. Okay, 19. We're looking for 7 damage on 3d6 plus 2. That's not hard to get that. Except for me tonight on Roll20. Ooh, even without the sneak attack. Ooh. Okay. Okay. That fucker dies. Oh, this is funny. If you and your foes all fall to 0 at the same time. Okay, so. Oh no! Okay, I forgot about this. Special. If the mother falls to 0 hit points, her body explodes, showering tiny baby spiders into the area within 10 feet of her. I'm not that close. If you are in this area, okay. Okay, so I'm not. So I'm good. I still see all those baby spiders. If I get the chance, I'm gonna just run like hell out of this room. Though Bill Denning's animated corpse wasn't particularly tough, the spider with him seemed more cunning and magical than the others she faced. Yeah, it did. If you took necrotic damage in the battle, remember to keep a running tally of that. After 100 points, the charm... Oh. Oh. Yes. Okay. When your foes are defeated, you search the cooking hall, doing so more thoroughly this time. The narrow vent above the fire pit seems to have been the mother's hidey hole. Though it seems impossible she would fit... Excuse me. You poke about in the shadows up there, finding another cocoon. Pulling that down, you discover a line attached to yet another body, and you eventually pull out 7 cocoons. Each is attached to one another in a way that would let the mother drag the chain of them around in the air vents, keeping the prime bodies for her own necrotic purposes. The first of these contains a living person, and probably... Armel Carvel! Survived! Nice, Carmel! The old man is paralyzed, but otherwise unhurt. You take care to place him upright before checking the other cocoons. There are no more survivors, but among them, the bodies you find Melly. Oh, no. Wait, what's Melly doing here? I thought she was safe back at town. She has been stripped of her colorful merchant robe and jewelry. Lastly, you check the once animated corpse of Bill Denning. It shows no more sign of activity, but you don't deal it a few well-placed blows to make sure. Rule number 1, the double tap. You set the body aside, Cornwall, and contemplate a way to bring both back to the surface. You think of magic of the spiderweb necklace will let you handle enough spiderwebs to tie... Ooh, that's a good idea. Explore further? Fuck no. I've got 8 HP, and that's with 2 chatters casting Cure Wounds on me. Damn. You know what that means? So, you guys gave me a total of 7 HP. Randall gave me 3, and then Danny gave me 4. So that means right now, technically, I should have 1 HP. Holy shit. Okay. You inspect your makeshift litter again to ensure that it will hold together enough bodies. You have the Shadow of Tomorrow and Thick Vines event codes. If you have. Oh. I don't know. I do have Shadow of Tomorrow. And I've got Thick Vines. Ooh. Is that good? It sounds like it's good. I just... My wife's streaming Dead by Daylight like... 30, 40 feet away, and I can hear her screaming. With drag the 2 important bodies toward the exit. Crossing the ravine is a perilous task. Fortunately, the webs around the bodies help your cargo stick to the bridge. One at a time, you roll them down the swaying strands. You see torchlight ahead. Rounding a corner, you find Latch, Boy, and Bell in a defensive location. Several torches lie guttering on the ground amid a collection of spider corpses. Most of the little arachnids were no larger than cats. Bell's shield is black with ichor. Though neither of your friends seem hurt, they are happy that you are alive too, and they are even happier to hear that you can all leave now. Me too. When your group has returned to the surface, you occupy the abandoned camp until city guard reinforcements arrive the next morning. A dozen well-armed soldiers accompany a pair of greedy-looking scholars. By then, Amlar has already recovered from his paralysis, and he explains your presence to the suspicious soldiers. Bell reluctantly returns the wizard's silver wand to him. You linger for the next day, using the magic of your spiderweb necklace to help the soldiers search for any more survivors. There are 4 more still alive, and they are all grateful for your help. However, you are eager to get home. You aren't interested in waiting weeks to help the scholars catalog every inch of the caverns and document the remains of the orcs that live there. One of the 2 scholars, an eagle-eyed halfling, notices your magic necklace and identifies it as something of drow design. From this, the correctly guesses that's how you were able to cross the bridge of spiderwebs to explore the ravine. In the name of science, she offers you gold if you want to sell it. I do! If the scholars see no other way to safely research the secluded area. If you wish to sell it, 100 gold, 100 gold. Right, already in my notes. Already in my notes. When you're ready to go home, Denning's body stuffed into a makeshift coffin. Carmel asks to accompany you. No insult meant to the city guard, but I've come to trust you with my life. Look at that. If you have Redemption Road, remove it and add the following renown. Oh. I don't have Redemption Road, so I don't get that. Okay. That night, stars twinkle in the black sky above you. A cold wind blows up the Sword Mountains from the west. It whistles through the clearing, but it can't get you to your little fire. Cormel created a dome of force to protect your camp, and the magic keeps you warm and dry as the wind howls outside. When Latchboy claims the first watch, you see his eyes flutter with exhaustion. He sits on Denning's coffin to use it as bench. Behind him, Belle signs that she'll wake early to shorten his time on the watch. The next morning, Latchboy still looks tired. I can't rest, he confesses to you. This looks like peace, but I've just been waiting for the next ambush, and the longer I sit, the more I feel it. I have to get up and check things. Shadows, corners. I can't tell if I'm dreading the violence or I'm looking forward to it. Latchboy lowers his voice and adds, I feel like more violence is following me. Like I shouldn't go home until I'm clean of it, but more people rely on us now, and I don't want that violence to touch them too. You think about what Latchboy said, and then the march continues. You've heard of adventurers who can't rest, who can't take their armor off, even to bathe, hypervigilant, stress, inexplicable flashes of anger or sorrow. Latchboy looks like this when you first met him years ago. He was the only survivor of his previous gang. The rest died at the hands of adventurers, and even as a child, he's seen too much violence. Helpless I feel, Belle sighs from the other side of Latchboy, and she reaches up to hold his hand as they walk. Gradually, the dull gray landscape changes. Fields of boulders and stone show tufts of grass struggling defiantly amid the harsh winds of the Sea of the Swords. The little patches of green become more common as you descend. The air seems to softer somehow. Somewhere in the foothills, Belle finds a purple flower to put in her hair, and Carmel makes a joke that evening that Latchboy laughs at for the first time in a 10-day. There are more laughs later around the campfire, and Belle performs a ridiculous comedic dance from the play she's writing. You think the character bears a passing resemblance to Arnold. From their loud guffaws, I've never known how to say that word. It seems Carmel and Latchboy have noticed that likeness. The 4 of you take turns carrying the coffin and trading off in pairs, and you progress as slower than your last return to Waterdeep. Without a wagon, you end up camping further from the city and far from the comforts of the Way House. Latchboy has trouble resting again, but he makes efforts to makes himself sleep after his watch, and you worry he's not suited for this life. Since Too Small moved out of the hideout, you've wondered how long your little group of friends will stay together and whether adventuring will be the end of your long association. You get back to Waterdeep late the next day, and you trudge south past the Trades Ward to take Denning's coffin to Arnold's office. Though Arnold isn't there, the Red Shield station in the courtyard take it up and lock it up. Before you go home, Belle indicates that she wants to buy some Simril decorations, and she wants to visit Too Small. whose apartment is nearby. Latchboy decides to go along, leaving just you and Carmel. Before you part ways, the watch leader asks you to accompany him to his station at the Cookhouse Fall at the southern end of Waterdeep. He wants you to sign a report about the theft of the history book. You spend an hour with Carmel inside the cookhouse. He uses a long quill to fill out the details you remember. You carefully avoid providing information about Arnold or your friends. When Carmel is satisfied, he opens his desk and hands you a wooden disc from the back in the drawer. It has the watch sigil stamped on the side and Carmel's name and rank on the other. This disc is Carvel's watch token. Sign of a favor. Ooh, I bet we'll cash in on that in book 3, 4. Stay out of trouble, and if you use this, if you can't. Okay, so if I get, it's like a get out of jail free card. Port exchange item claim token. If you have a claim token, I don't think I got a claim. I don't have a claim token. If you don't have a ticket or wish to ignore it, go home. You walk north through the Trades Ward, then to Slipstone Street, then down the alley to the bakery at the end. At the top of the stairs, your key opens the heavy door, revealing a meal ready in progress. Belle and Latchboy arrive just before you, and they're about to sit down as you walk in. Food is simple, but it's warm, and it's cooked with care, and there are plates set out for everyone. You're the last one at the table, taking your place beside two Small's empty chair. Rufio and Ace talk about the food and the recent cost of spices and the quality of this bread from the bakery below the hideout. Belle stands in her chair, trying to stretch for the pot of butter, while Latchboy pushes it closer. Nonap reads a book that hovers above his plate, eyes wide as he studies, ignoring the chatter. The elf turns to you as you sit. Someone was looking for you. A gnome? Yagmer? Said he moved to Waterdeep. He left his new address in a little box. Nonap points to the shelf behind you. Ooh, Yagmer got me a present. If you have Lost in Time? I do have Lost in Time. Real quick, let's get rid of the spider ambience. At the bottom of the box, you find a sphere wrapped in packing paper. A note on the paper says, I measured this while you were in town, but I couldn't paint it until you left. I knew you'd have a lucky star. You unwrap the sphere. It's black with 100 points of white painted around it. Belle's eyes lights up with glee when she sees it. You recognize this as a star sphere. It's meant to illustrate a constellation or a star pattern, usually a personal horoscope, and it's given as a gift on Cimmeral Celebration. Aww. The Stars of Cimmeral. The 10 days pass before you know it, and Cimmeral night is upon you. You and your friends ride through twilight, passing under new lit streetlights along the high road, and Thuds is in fine form. I don't remember who Thuds is. Oh, it's a horse. The mare steps high, jangling the bells on her harness to compete with the other horses in the lane. Behind you in the wagon, your friends sit under the old blankets while snowflakes accumulate on their hats. They look excited and nervous. None of them are accustomed to fancy parties like the one that you're headed to. Neither are they comfortable in the fine clothes borrowed from your friend Summer's wardrobe. They're not sure how to act or what to expect, and Yagumar's party is turning out to be a popular affair. The gnome has only been in Waterdeep for half a month, but he's already had an amazing reception, particularly with the Gondar. You weren't aware that Lamstrands were something like minor nobility in Lantan, because that island nation has been so secretive since its return to the world. Anyone from Lantan is seen as important, intriguing, and Yagmar wasn't sequestered in Lantan in the last several hundred years, but it seems to make no difference to Gondar. Before it disappeared, Lantan was the seat of Gondar's worship in Torel, and the Temple of Gond is eager to welcome any sign of the nation's return to trade. Belle turns the wagon in the Coffin March and then Spindle Street, looking for the right address. You are still in the Trades Wards, but you are in the north end. on the side of the City of the Dead. Is this it? Rufio asks. You're behind a row of cottages that are waiting to turn into the courtyard that in this block. The line exits the courtyard just ahead. These vehicles must be dropping off passengers. Address is correct, Belle signs, but she also looks uncertain. Very meaning people, she adds. Festive lights, lanterns light the courtyard, and people mill about, conversing with drinks in their hands. For those who have driven their own cottages, green vest attendants stand ready at the door to take vehicles to a nearby stable. You are the only group you've seen to arrive in a rickety wagon. Everybody else is in fine carriages. The attendants help Belle down and give her a metal claim ticket before leading thuds away. Yagmar himself stands at the front. He wears a blue velvet suit and holds a drink in each hand. The elderly gnome greets you like an old friend, offering drinks to Rufio and No Nap before ushering you inside. Latchboy immediately begins eyeing the tables of food laid out in splendor. Enjoy yourselves, Yagmar says, his mustache twitching. And find me before the star viewing begins. The gnome spins away to greet another incoming group. 4 priests have gone, exit the coach, each wearing a temple's floppy hat. As the priests start fawning over your host, you turn away to explore Yagmar's new home. This 4-level tower is famous in the Trades Ward. It once belonged to Mahir Selstoon, former leader of the Watchful Order of Magists and Protectors. Wizards like her were known for keeping decoy houses in the city to confuse unwanted guests and tax collectors. You wonder what Yagmar paid for this place. You pass Latchboy lingering near some tables of food, and you expect he'll be stuffing his face all night, but you're pleased he's being subtle about it. Belle stands nearby, staring at all this mural. Simril? I don't know what all I've called it tonight. Decorations like childlike wonder. You wonder a few moments before heading up the stairs, and on the second floor, the atmosphere is more intimate. Guests congregate in small clusters of richly upholstered chairs, talking quietly. Rufio is already here, fitting in well. He is the center of a small group of guests who listen intently at the charismatic Asimar's party stories. Their laughter follows you as you push toward the next set of stairs. As you wait in line to go up, you hear an exchange between 2 humans. I don't understand why the Lanthanines are so hesitant to trade. It's been years and their goods are in high demand. Well, it's not that easy. No one's sure if old trade deals hold or for tariffs and such. It's been 100 years and that's all got to get negotiated again. Plus, their old resources and holdings around the world were claimed by others, so do they get those back? The speaker lowers his voice, probably aware of the many priests have gone at the party. On top of that, when Lantan vanished, the temple on the Baldur's Gate took over the leadership of the Gondar. Now the Lantan's back. Is the temple in charge again? Those temples call themselves the High Holy House. I hear there's been fighting over it and assassinations. The line for the stairs moves again, pulling you away from the talk of the Gondar politics. And on the 3rd floor, the line continues toward the next staircase. Only a dozen partygoers linger here. They study their star maps laid out on the tables, anticipating the star watching to come. No Nap is among them. The elf is studying their personal star notes. Being able to spot your own lucky star Simril might passage you a year of good fortune. You give No Nap a wave as you pass on, interested to see the rooftop. The 4th floor has yet another spread of food and drinks, this one haphazardly arranged and picked over, and you ignore this in favor of taking the final steps to the rooftop. There you find 20 or more partygoers, making use of 4 large telescopes set up on tripods. You remember the much larger telescope that topped Yagmar's old home, and you wonder if the gnome gets in as much stargazing here. Having found a comfortable spot, you linger looking out over the city and listening to the cheery hubbub rising from the courtyard below. Your vantage lets you see other Simril celebrations occurring throughout the city. A lot of them are on rooftops tonight. There's still enough light to make out individual streets, white with the new fallen snow and dotted with passerbys that wait the celebrations of their own. Soon, Latchboy and Belle find you on the rooftop, and Latchboy has given up waiting for his food. His arms stretch wide to carry one of the tables landed laden, serving platters between them. He doesn't offer you any of its contents. Of course not. Belle looks more excited than you've ever seen her. She points at the telescopes and rapidly signs, but her words are obscured by the fluffy mittens in her hand. A few minutes later, Yagmar comes upstairs with Rufio and No Nap, and the three of them are carrying drinks. Then, as if by magic, the clouds part to reveal a glorious array of stars. The talking dies down, and the people begin searching for their own personal stars and constellations. As your friends stare upward, you take out the black sphere that Yagmar gets to you. Simmerl isn't your favorite holiday, but you see no reason not to try it. It takes a few minutes for you to find the star that Yagmar identified for you. You're not sure if believing in this stargazing stuff, whether magic or superstition, the stars never had much allure for you. But when you find the star, something just seems right. Maybe it's not the star, though. Maybe it's your friends being here together at this party that feels so right. Hey, Latchboy says and interrupts your stargazing. This letter came for you while you were out. It's addressed to both of us. Your friend balances his heavy food tray in one hand as he passes you a fat envelope, and you hold the papers under a nearby lantern. They look like legal documents, and you and Latchboy are named in them. I asked Arnold what it means. Seems like Carmel put our names down as finders of some valuable salvage. You know, for all that loot in the spider caverns. Well, the spiders preyed on caravans for years, and Arnold says that they'll find the owners of some of the stuff, but anything unclaimed goes to us. Oh, good work, Rufio says. Of course, it's got to work through the court systems. That'll take some time, probably a year, but Arnold thinks we'll soon be living in a fine house, maybe like this. Are we getting a house? Belle signs. You shrug. If you are to gain wealth, it won't be for a long time. If it's enough, you and Latchboy might sell your claims as an investor, one of those deals to get you coppers on the gold piece for signing away your future claim. Too Small would know how to do that and how to get immediate cash for your future windfall. That, though, reminds you that not all of your friends are here at this party. Too Small has not yet moved home. Well, perhaps you can afford a nice place in the future and you can get all of your friends back together. It's a nice thought. It's one that warms you even as the snow begins to fall. Character level. Finishing a 4-chapter book results in a level gain after you reach level 5. Okay, so I leveled up. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, wait, maybe I don't level up. If you have not yet played the Graves of Sammarok. If you have not yet played the Graves of Sammarok, your character reaches the 4th level. So I'm level 4 now, Randall, because I have not yet played the Graves of Sammarok. Ooh. I want that renown. Because I now know how important the renown is in these series. This series. Oh, I could have gotten a +1 short bow, +1 dagger with that. I'll maybe try to buy one. Level 4. Whew. I've changed what Harry is every adventure. So he's been a barbarian, rogue, and I can't remember what I was on book 2. But I'll probably do that again just because these take me like 8 or 9 sessions. So I like playing different character classes so that, you know, it keeps it a little fresh. No Nap did not die. Ooh, okay. Oh, these are okay. Ooh. Let me go ahead and mark all this stuff down. I'm going to try to do my plugs while I'm also reading through this stuff and doing these things. Yes. It is so much fun, and there's so many good ones out there. There's a lot of free ones out there too. I can are you in our Discord, or I want to be able to ping you because there's a lot of really cool free ones too where, geez, I did one that was free not long ago, and it was kind of cool. It was like web based. It wasn't a document you downloaded. You would like went to a website and then like you clicked the links, and it was all web based. Yeah, so thank you all for watching. Hey, if you didn't know, we've got our first ever convention, GooseCon 2022, coming up September 30th to October 2nd. It's going to be an amazing weekend. Would love to see you all there. You can get tickets at tabletop.events and then search for GooseCon, or just go to goosecon2022.com. Just go to our website and go to GooseCon. You can find the links there. Weekend badges are $45 unless you want to GM a bunch of one-shots. If you just want to GM, I think you just need to be a DM for at least 2 adventures, 2 sessions, and then you get a $25 GM badge, which is really cool. And other than that, I'm actually going to be streaming more right now. My wife is currently streaming Dead by Daylight over on our on mine and her video game channel, these _Dweez. I'm about to send her a raid here, and then I'm gonna join her and we're gonna start playing together. So I'm gonna be streaming for like 5-6 hours straight tonight, but I'm off work tomorrow, so it's all good. Yeah, Celtic, join that Discord if you can. This one is in person, which we're still working out the logistics of trying to do some online stuff too for the convention for those that can't make it, but nothing's set in stone just yet. And what am I missing? Yeah, I think GooseCon's really the biggest thing I need to plug. Go check out all the shows on the Majestic Goose Network if you haven't yet. All of the podcasts. I'm the DM on a lot of the podcasts. I'm a player on some of the podcasts. They're all a lot of fun. So go check all those out. Randall, thank you so much again. Let me know when the next one's out, Randall, and we'll see Harry Three Fingers continue his journey. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start this raid real quick because I need to go pee really bad. So I need to go pee before I hop in there and play with her. But yeah, well, I'm gonna be playing some Dead by Daylight. So if you enjoy that, stick around at these Dweez. Give us a follow over there. We're 19 followers on that channel away from 200, and next weekend is our 1-year anniversary. So we're really excited for that. We're trying to hit 200 followers on that channel before our 1-year anniversary. New show on Saturday. Geez, thank you so much, Danny. 2 days from now, we have a brand new show. We debuted it during our 24-hour Extra Life, but this will be the first official episode of it. Meme of the Month is a monthly show on this Twitch channel. It's going to be Saturday at 7 o'clock Eastern. I believe it's always going to be the first Saturday of the month at 7 o'clock Eastern. And we just take different memes, adventure memes from like Twitter and Reddit and stuff, and we actually play them on this. And this one is going to be some wizards are using sending to spam, set up a spam phone call block about car insurance. So, and we got to put a stop to it. I'm going to be in that one. It's going to be a lot of fun. Raid is almost going to auto do it, so I got to wrap things up. But thank you all so much for watching. I'll talk to you on that other channel if you're going to be there, and we'll see you all there. Bye, everybody.